Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to make this quick. Got some stuff I have to get to. First and foremost, we're going to go over a gigantic mistake I made yesterday, um, and yeah, we're going to talk about that real quick because yeah, I made a mistake and I want to talk about it. I was in here talking about this kind of model yesterday in which you'll have these big rises and then people will hide these stop losses under a point very similar to that on the chart, right? And that we were sweeping into that, we were returning some manner of structure to bullish. Um, the mistake I made, I was just living on like the 1 2 minute time frame. If I'd have went to the 15, it'd have been so goddamn clear. It would have been so goddamn clear. And it is embarrassing how bad of a mistake that was on my end. 15-minute broke there. You swept the top of your range, you broke the low of your range, you backtested into it, and you grenaded down through the fair value gap. Like it was the easiest TA in the world. Totally missed it. Completely, totally missed it. Anyways, so I just wanted to come on and complain about myself for a moment, and then we'll do some BTC stuff, and we'll probably head out of here. Yeah, so this was that. It's hard to see on the 15-minute time frame. We'll drop it to the 2. This was that area where we were talking about, market maker, aka institutional investment participation, began here on the chart. They had a large impact. My portfolio can't do that. And so that was the area that I was suggesting we look for a bounce yesterday. Um, got that. Got that. And yeah, and I mean, we were all the way up here in premium this morning. I went ahead and longed on New York Open because it just seemed so logical at this point that we tackle this high. It just seems so logical that we tackle that high at this point. Now it's Friday. I think it's Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah. I don't normally trade on Fridays. My trading days are typically Sunday through Thursday. Um, yeah, it just makes so much more sense for me to tackle the high at this point. Can we watch for a short at the high? Absolutely, we can watch for a short at the high. But we're going to hop out to the 4 hour time frame and see if that makes more sense or not. Yeah, let me get it big enough where I'll see it on the 4. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about failing that high. Obviously, it can happen. So you should be prepared for it either way. But I'm not so convinced about failing that high. This high, right here. Yeah, I'm not so convinced about that. My thought process here is as follows. Even though this low did not take this low, which I hate, and that's why I have my little hater label on it, that's still a initiation, mitigation, continuation. Like this is still very much territory for a higher high, a higher low, and a higher high. Still very much territory for that. Furthermore, I would say this was the area on the chart where, um, yeah, I mean, like that was the major resistance zone. Everybody had it. Everybody was talking about it. That was the major resistance zone. So if we were going to set like a lower low, like it should have been off of here. That should have been where the lower low came in. If it was going to come in, I suspect it was going to be there. Now, I don't like that all this stuff is down here untested. I still don't like it. We still very well might make it there. But maybe it's time, let me grab a blank chart real quick. Maybe it's time that we address some sort of larger ranging structure before we do any of that action. Yeah. Yep. Let's play around with a couple ideas here. So if that was our original range, let me draw this differently. So if that was our original range, then we swept the bottom once, and then we tackled the bottom again, I would say this is still our, yeah, 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 I'm pretty comfortable with this. This is still our kind of larger range at play here. Or we could look from here to here as well. Not necessarily as, I don't really love the look of that as much, but I would still say there's yeah, it just doesn't make sense for me. This is the spot that I would have said that's where you should shit out and make a lower low and really test this prior demand range and the prior all-time high. Like it seems like it should have just went here and smacked down. It doesn't make sense for me to come up unless we come up like all the way to here. It makes what I'm trying to say is it makes more sense for me to fail this or to fail this than it does to fail this and rotate down. I think that still makes more sense to me. We drew down from it yesterday and we're right back to it. I don't know. I'm just not buying it. But you know, can always just watch and see how it develops. Watch and see how it develops, and the answers will become more clear as the time passes. Again, I've got to be super brief this morning. So let me know if there's anything that you guys want to cover. I honestly don't even recall the coins we were looking at yesterday. I literally ended the stream and just never really had time to ever even get back to the charts yesterday. And in all honesty, it's going to be like that for me for quite some time to come. For quite some time to come. Yes, it is. Yeah, Sol hit off that same exact spot. Boom, boom. And it has already come all the way up and touched its high. So it's interesting because this has a piece of information that the Bitcoin chart does not have. Let's get that Bitcoin chart back out. Talk about that real quick. See if you guys have any questions, and then I am going to be heading out of here really quick. Okay, so Sol has already taken this high and has an opportunity to then, you know, kind of lose this low afterwards. So in other words, it should, if this range is going to fail and you're going to rotate back down to the bottom of it, it should pretty much come from here and start breaking something like that and retesting and coming down. But it's not going to be able to do this. I mean, that would be the equivalent of Bitcoin doing this, and Bitcoin hasn't taken its primary high yet. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm just saying, like, I think what we're going to see is we're going to see Sol come up from here. And that's going to be a little bit of an indication that Bitcoin's not going to SFP this. All right. And I don't know if I have too much to post today, Oscar. I guess, yeah, I don't know if I have too much to post today. But this is going to be like the craziest summer ever for me. There's so many, like on a professional level, we have this entire new brand to build and launch and design all the processes for and hire a team of like 120 people to facilitate it. We have like 2 multifamily projects going on. We're remodeling an entire motel. It's a mess. It's a lot. And I can't hardly think straight half the time. So there's that. All right. So again, this is question time. I don't think. Oh, did we plan any? No. No, I don't really have any shorts planned on here. I don't know what the. Oh, this was This was this old position that we had planned back in here. Let's just delete that. Yeah, don't hold your breath for this. In my opinion, watch your structure, but I wouldn't hold your breath for that. Not hold your breath for that. Yeah, front ran that 4 hour order block, didn't it? Oh, 6 hour. All right. Well, I'm gonna set an alert here, and I'm about ready to bounce. Unless you guys have any questions, take a peek at Look, is this Ondo? That's already happened. That's already happened. I wanted to look at ES. I'd say this is where the shakiness comes in. Bitcoin relative to the ES is different in two regards. It filled its entire fair value gap, and it is sitting about right here right now. So little bit different. This has not filled its entire fair value gap, and is not sitting up here where it looks like it just wants to run that high. It's sitting down here where it could do something very different. Yeah, it has the possibility to do something different. Doesn't look hateful yet, but interesting. Whatever happened with this old thing? This old boomer coin. What happened to this thing? Oh my God, bro! What's going on over here? Oh my God, bro! I had no idea. I had no idea. Well, I'm glad I came here. No idea that we were all the way back down to the bottom of the range already. Wow. Wow. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. Trying to gauge the approach to it, and it looks pretty fucking bearish. Looks pretty fucking bearish. Man, that's a pretty bearish approach to the range low. That range low might break. That might break, man. Go out to the monthly. Man, I could see some continued downside on this. I could also see it holding here. This is an interesting one to watch. I need to look at this again in the coming days and just see what is going to happen right here. What is the plan? What is going to happen at that low? Are we going to break it? Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to put one other alert right here on the DXY. Dude, Alex, I don't know. I'm so brain dead anymore. I don't even know if I care. I don't even know if I care. I'm sorry, buddy. I do care. It's not that I don't care. I do care. I don't know what the hell to do about it, and I'm so busy half the time. I just can't think straight. Yeah, guys, I'm out of stuff to talk about. I looked at the DXY. I looked at the tradition. I looked at one chart from the traditional market that was slightly interesting to me, and yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go meet contractors in 45 minutes. So if we've got something we want to talk about, let's talk about that now. And if not, then let's all wish each other a very good day and go do that. Morning, Luke. I'm already I already secured profits on that. Put my stop loss to break even, so I'm not too worried about it. But god damn, that would be so weird to fail the 30 and break it right here. That would really surprise me. That would really surprise me. This just does not look like resistance to me. Okay, fine. I'll play ball. Fine, whatever. Not fully hateful. Not fully hateful. I guess there was resistance there, but I still haven't. I'm still not changing my tune too much. This is a nice candle. That's a really nice candle. Yeah, I'm out of stuff to talk about. Well, it's not that I'm out of stuff to talk about. It's just that the time. It's the time. It's the time thing, guys. It's the time thing. Is there anything else that's like interesting? I don't know. Sort by movers. Podcat, huh? What you doing, dude? What you up to, old Poppy? Looks dumb. I don't want anything to do with this yet. What about this guy? Yeah. What about that guy? Jasmine might go on an absolute fucking ripper. Yeah, Jasmine might go on an absolute tear. There is not. I mean, there's resistance along this thing, but not a lot of it. Obviously, you got to get, back up into this prior range and whatnot. Yeah, so maybe a little bit of trouble getting back into the prior range, but not. I don't know. All I'm saying is you've interacted with your prior sort of demand range, and you've flipped your daily market structure bullish. Not a lot of things can say that. Not a lot of things can say that. Can this say it? Nope. That has not returned daily to bullish yet. Bitcoin has not returned daily to bullish yet. Right? Yeah, no, I know it hasn't. I know it hasn't. Nope, not even close. Yeah, it hasn't done it. Jasmine did, though. Jasmine flipped daily structure and left behind a nice order block. I think this is going to be one to really take a look at next week. Actually, I want that. That's the one thing I do want. Yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on. What do we have here? With the exception of that one bearish candle, we've got a 63% climb. Yeah, it hasn't been doing stuff like that since back up here in these two, like, yeah, 67% climbs. Yeah, it hasn't done that. It hasn't done anything that even looks remotely like this since last year. Right? So for 4 months, you haven't seen anything that looks remotely like that on the chart. Well, it does. It looks like that now. So, yeah, I'd keep an eye on that one, man. Oscar, there's a very rare occasion in which I'll take a green candle for a demand block. There's a very rare occasion in which I will take a red candle for a supply block. Very rare. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and I have seen it happen, but it is very rare. It is very, very rare. Very rare indeed. So, yeah. I mean, like if I draw 1,000 of these, like 5 of them are not bearish candles. Like it's very rare. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, guys, I don't. I'm. I appreciate that question. I really do appreciate that question. But interesting, interesting. Boy, I'm glad I took profit at that high. Yeah, and watch your 30 here. I mean, if you break your 30, then I reckon it's all down until there. And if you hold your 30, which we are in the discount of the 30-minute range up here, we got to be really close to it by now. Yeah, we are in the discount of the 30-minute range. So if it is going to turn around here, that means that you still have a 3R to the high. That's if it's going to turn around here. It didn't leave me any structure to confirm that with, so I don't know what the hell I'm going to do about that. I guess it could maybe develop structure in here, or even pull the low. Yeah. Yep. Important. Yep, those are the two most important things on my chart. Very locally. But that was an S&P on the 30, so, is what it is. Is what it is, man. Is what it is. Insights for BTC for Athena. We'll do some higher time frame BTC stuff. Let's see if we can get some insights there. You know, it's actually a fairly tough question because we have equal highs. We have this problem on the top. We have this problem on the bottom, and we are stuck right in the middle. No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. None of that is what I wanted. None of that. All go away. All go away. Yeah, we have that. We have that. We're stuck in the middle. This is untested. Which gives us something to look for a run on that low and a bounce out of that demand. It would seem that those just need to get taken at this point. I think that seems like the easiest thing to fix right now. And I would say that a significant initiation above this high would equal this. Probably the best I got for you, bud. It's probably the best I got for you right now. Guess that's probably a zone to be aware of. Need to spend more time on higher time frames. I don't really have too much more than this. Nope. Nope, I don't. No, I don't. Ooh, alrighty. Well, I think Kyle had a plan for this, didn't he? Didn't Kyle have a plan for this too? Like a loss of your 30-minute here, 15 to 30-minute here, and I think he wanted to plow this thing down. Anyways, I gotta go. I don't know why I keep I Ondo Binance listing. Ondo was never on Binance? Say what? Fucking nuts. That's crazy. How the hell is it on something weird like Femex and not on Binance? Make no damn sense. That don't make no damn sense, man. Okay, hold the phone. What do we have here? Well, I mean, this is pretty bullish, right? I mean, that's a pretty bullish candle. Um, it definitely hit resistance though. Um, hey, are we about to find one of those circumstances in which I use a bullish candle? Haha. Well, that didn't take long, huh? It's intra-bar. I don't know if I love this one as much. It's intra-bar. I would take this and that low there. And then I'd investigate that on a lower time frame and see if I still like it. Yeah, fill that inefficiency. This did remove liquidity prior breaking up. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I would say maybe you got a little bit of a short down into an area like that, possibly lower. Possibly lower. You still have this gap over here that's an issue. So there's a potential it could take you down. Fix this problem. There is a potential. Obviously, this is the most important target on the. You got those are your gatekeepers, in my opinion. Here and here. Bum 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 bum. But yeah, not doesn't look. I mean, yeah, yeah. Your primary structure is boom, boom, boom. I can't count that because that's just an internal high. We have not cleared that yet. That can put weakness here, and if that breaks, that's weak. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you have this break here, but it's an internal only break. So it's a couple of thoughts on Ondo. If Ondo is meant for, let's go back to like the 8 or something higher. Yeah, if it's meant for higher prices, like prices that exist up above this high, then I would suggest this demand or this low has to hold. You lose that low and you're coming back. You're quite likely coming back down there. Would quite likely be the result of that. I mean, you'd be breaking 8-hour structure, right? Like it wouldn't be a good look. So you'd want to see that SFP. You'd want to see that SFP. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna leave now. 1 week. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Andrew, it looks. Ugh, it looks like it could have some problems. Thanks for joining me, guys. So you have a wonderful day. I gotta go.